Dictation start now. On comparing the above mentioned provisions, it is clear that Article 17 of Scheduled 2nd of the Court Fees Act is applicable in cases where the plaintiff seeks to obtain a declaratory decree without any consequential relief, and there is no other provision under the Act for payment of fee relating to relief claimed. Article 17 of Scheduled 2nd of the Court Fee Act makes it clear that this article is applicable in cases where the plaintiff seeks to obtain a declaratory decree without consequential reliefs, and there is no other provision under the Act for payment of fee relating to relief claimed. If there is no other provision under the Court Fees Act in case of a suit involving cancellation or adjudging, declaring void or voidable a will or sale deed on the question of payment of court fees, then Article 17 of Scheduled 2nd shall be applicable. But if such relief is covered by any other provision of the Court Fees Act, then Article 17 of Scheduled 2nd will not be applicable. On a comparison between the Court Fees Act and the UP Amendment Act, it is clear that Section 7 of the UP Amendment Act covers suits for or involving cancellation or adjudging, declaring null and void decree for money or an instrument securing money or other property having such value. This suit in this case was filed after the death of the testator, and therefore the suit property covered by the will has to be valued, since Section 7 of the UP Amendment Act specifically provides that payment of court fee in case where the suit is for involving cancellation or adjudging, declaring null and void decree for money or an instrument. Article 17 of Scheduled 2nd of the Court Fees Act would not apply. The UP Amendment Act therefore is applicable in the present case, despite the fact that no consequential relief has been claimed. Consequently, in terms of Section 7 of the UP Amendment Act, the court fees have to be computed according to the value of the subject matter, and the trial court as well as the High Court have correctly held so. We are of the view that the decision of this court in Rajiv Singh, Lalit Kumar Singh 2010-12 SCC 112 is not applicable to the fact of the present case. First of all, this court had no occasion to examine the scope of the UP Amendment Act. That was a case in which this court was dealing with Section 7 and Scheduled 2nd Article 17 as amended in the UP state of Punjab. The position that we get in the state of Punjab is entirely different from the state of UP, and the effect of the UP Amendment Act was not an issue which arose for consideration in that case. Consequently, in our view, the said judgment would not apply to the present case. The plaintiff in the instant case valued the suit at rupees 30 lakhs for the purpose of pecuniary jurisdiction.